Okay, now we'll get all our sound checks and all that kind of good stuff done here. Make sure I don't have the mic. What I want to focus in on, this is from the same Gigapan, is this object right here. And what, oh man, here, let's get the arrow. What I'm looking at here, to me, is like a large slab, okay? And it's obviously sitting on top of a structure or machinery. But what is most interesting is this protruding from it. Either some sort of tube, piping, or rebar. Okay, take a look. I mean, Mother Nature doesn't do stuff like that. And here's these objects. This looks like it's been broken away probably from an area in here. I mean, this is wreckage. Okay, this is either wreckage or ruins. I mean, this is, you know, and I'm looking at something else right now up here. Look at this interesting object sitting there. And then the object, you know, around it. I mean, we're looking at wreckage. And the other thing that I also saw, where's it down here? Yeah, there it is. There's this item right here, which seems to have a panel that has broken away, and it is revealing some sort of internal structure there. Let me see if I can zoom in for you there a little bit, if you can see that. Like this was the covering, like some of these broken airplane parts, you know, where you'll see like there's a covering and then it's broken away, but you can see the internal structure behind whatever it is. And I mean, and I think that could even possibly be the case with this area here, where you've got a paneling that was over some structure that's now been revealed. Remember, a lot of this, you know, this is millions of years old. It's underwater. It was then out in the dry, the desert, the storms on Mars. So, you know, it deteriorates. So it is hard to see a lot of this. But, I mean, let me get this in focus here. I mean, Mother Nature just doesn't do stuff like that. Okay, that's obviously, stop. This is obviously, look at here. Look at the device here with the three, let me get the arrow, where is it at? Here it is. Look at here. Look at this device right here with the three tubes. This is something that is sticking out of the dirt. Okay, this is something that is sticking out of the dirt with three, what looks like, you could say exhaust tubes, piping, you know, that there were connections to other piping. I mean, just look at it. Mother Nature doesn't do stuff like that. It doesn't. She doesn't. And then you have right up here, you know, this is obviously was a piece of something that was probably part of what this structure was affiliated with or attached to. And you have this nice little area here, rounded with a hole there. And then we go into some other pieces. Let me see if I've got those here. Where's it at? Yeah. This is what I also think is quite interesting, is you have this huge, let me back out here a little bit and get this into focus. You have this huge piece right here, and you have these two circular openings. And what I noticed with these is in the background here, let me get this up, right about there where the arrow is, and I'll get in closer. That could have been a possible connection, connected to something. So you get a little closer, you get a little bit more detail. Some comes out of the shadow here. Okay, and look at all of this up in here. All of this really interesting stuff right in there. Let's see if I can get that into focus for you. And then I noticed this, I kind of call this the Quonset hut. This little object up here. You know, you've got the round dome, almost looks like something protruding from it. Of course, it's not a Quonset hut, but it's just something that's a another very odd looking structure. And I mean, there's probably stuff on here that I haven't even seen. This thing is just loaded with anomalies. I look down here where I'm at. Look here. I just moved. Where did I go here? Let me try to see, I lost the place here. Yeah, let's see. You know, this has some symmetry here, and then this is all like eroded away. There may be natural explanations for this. You know, they're manipulating these photographs, so you have to kind of weed through all of that crap. And the other thing that I thought that was quite interesting, yeah, is this area in here. Let me see if I can back that out. Yeah, here we are. Okay, obviously there is some sort of a, like this was a container type. There's 3D. You know, you can see the symmetry, and then within that, with these objects. Okay, but again, you know, this thing is just loaded with anomalies. Let me see if I have anything else here that looked. This just looks like all broken, you know, almost, you know, like this, an air crash, you know, like that's Ukraine, you know, you just see rubble. This is like destroyed or burned rubble. We go up to this object here. Let's see if I can get this into focus a little bit more. Ooh. Way over time here. And that's another interesting piece there. And with that, we'll see you in the next clip.